Hello everyone, welcome back for video 2 of the weekend. This is video 2 of 3 for Stray Kids this weekend here on Stray Kids Saturday. So this one is called Mountains. We just did Stray Kids, the song Stray Kids, right before this one. So if you didn't check that one out, feel free to go do that after this one. Don't leave. um, that one was a really beautiful song of where they've been, where they're going. So I'm looking forward to seeing if this one is also more of a nostalgia kind of almost feel good type of song, or if we're getting back to their loud percussive type of tracks. So let's figure it out together. Let's go check out Mountains from Stray Kids. Okay, this is already back towards that loud percussive style. Very anthemic. Okay. Oh, right as I was getting real into that. Nice little rhythm change up here. It's got a sway groove to it. Hitting him with the filthy bar. Come on, rap, let's go. I can't even catch all of this. Come on, boys. Hey, my boy made it. Let's go. That song was so good that did not feel like 3 minutes. There are songs where I make that comment somewhat often here. There are songs that there's 3 minutes and you're like, all right, that was 3 minutes. Okay. Then there's songs like this where you just get lost in the music for a little bit. And you're like, wait a damn minute, that was 3 minutes? No. Surely you lie. This was one of those, like, this one was a lot of fun. And message wise, from the first listen, from what I could catch, just seems to be about overcoming obstacles. They talk about mountains, making it to the top of the mountain. We think of mountains as a metaphorical symbol of both struggle, trying to crest the mountain or climb the mountain, but also as a sign of success. Like once you've reached the top of the mountain, you know, you're at the top of the game, the top of the industry, whatever. So that's the message I'm getting from it. We're going to go back, of course, and listen again. I'm almost tempted, even though we have the English subs, it was really hard to catch and connect certain things because I couldn't keep up with the rap flow. So I'm almost tempted to pull up the lyrics anyway, but I'm not gonna. Maybe I should, maybe that's a mistake, but let's go back and listen to it again. So we start off with this boom boom clap type of track and the you know, undercurrent. Okay, I'll look at this part in a second, but the lyrics, stand tall for the hell of it, head above the clouds. So once you've reached, you know, that peak of the mountain, some mountains are even higher than the lowest levels of clouds. I think if you crest Everest, I think you're actually above the clouds. But anyway, it's more of an expression, head above the clouds, like you've reached this top peak of success. Stand tall for the hell of it. Like, just because I'm already at the top doesn't mean I can't stand a little taller and enjoy my view, enjoy the success. Tower over the crowd. So now, not only are they on the mountain, but it's also on the stage. So we're towering over the crowds. Don't pause because I'm loving it. They're loving the cheers. They're basking in that. It also reminds me, just because the way it's written, because I'm loving it, just reminds me of the McDonald's little jingle. Anyway, what does the screen say? Anything important here? Law number 320: when you start bathing, you get an important call. When you line up, the other line is always faster. That's facts. Actually, I found that out in a merch line lately, or recently. July 19th, 2024, Stray Kids songs play on the street. Oh, I think I paused too soon there. On the street. So he's writing his own law there. I like this line too. Heavy and I'm proud, backbone never suffering. So heavy meaning like the burdens that they're bearing, the weight of success even, but I'm proud. Like all these struggles and successes, I've made them my own. I'm proud of what I've done and what I'm doing. And even though I carry that weight, my backbone's never suffering, baby. I'm standing tall. So love, almost like that braggadocious type of comment here. Now he's watering the storm. But he's like looking down on this city of mortals almost. And remember, he's like in this little office writing the laws of nature. So he's like a god. Higher, longer stretches. Invincible wild winds pounding. So like going through the storm, the endless range of mountains. And I was actually going to mention this if they didn't, but there's the allusion to the Greeks, the Olympus. Of course, we think about Mount Olympus, the home of the gods in ancient Greek mythology. So we've got that element of mythology laced into this video too. On the top, even louder shouting. So like all the effort I put in before and all the look at me that I did before to get here. Like, no. I'm even louder now that I've gotten to the top. Like, you really gonna hear what I got to say. Pay attention to me. I keep my word, no need to flatter myself. In other words, like, yeah, this might sound kind of cocky. It might sound braggy, but it's not. I don't need to do that because I get all the accolades and I've earned where I've gotten. Like, I don't need to flatter myself. Other people are going to do it for me. Why we got a little toy truck? What are you doing with that? Oh. Yeah, so anything that God puts down into this world obviously it becomes a real thing. This is a cool line, though, because this speaks to, yes, they've gotten to the top, but they've also made that climb. But just because they are where they are, this line right here encapsulates their attitude. Your sweat doesn't betray you in the end. So all that effort that you're putting in, it's gonna pay off. It's not for nothing. It might feel like it's for nothing in the moment, but when you get to where you're trying to go, you're gonna look back and realize that that sweat, that effort that you put in is what got you to where you are now. To someone, peace and beautiful nature is a fantasy. Okay. The color of the four seasons. Now they're playing chess up here in the God room. That's what I'm gonna call this. Triumphant, unbreakable, my pride now. Pride comes before the fall, but basically, again, just that self-assuredness. I rule this place, nobody can handle me. Okay, hands off because you can't handle me. I get it. But again, they're playing chess with like the buildings of that world. Rising average. So the way I think of that line is, so if you think about what an average is, it's the culmination of all of the factors divided by the amount of factors. In this case, there might be the average, right? Let's call it the average K-pop group, but they're reaching heights that is bringing the average up, because if you equate them to a number, their number is getting high enough to bring the average up. Going back to that line, I meant to say one more thing. It's actually a cool way to think about, if you have tremendous success, you have the potential to pull up other people with you. You've heard, maybe not, but I've heard the phrase, a rising tide carries all ships. So if something succeeds in the industry, the other things in that industry can also succeed at a higher level. I woke up on the mountains. Ain't nobody stopping me. I'm walking like a titan. So the titans from ancient Greece, powerful beings just under the level of gods. I think if I recall my Greek mythology, I think the titans were the children of Kronos, who was actually Zeus's father. But Zeus imprisoned the titans, if I recall correctly. I know I'm in the ballpark. I may not have it exactly right. But anyway, we're not talking about imprisoning the titans. We're talking about how powerful a titan is. Everybody taking aim at him. And just feel the air vibrating oh so loud. First of all, beautiful vocal delivery on that. But the air vibrating because it's carrying the sound waves from obviously their music, but in context of this, maybe their shouts or maybe other people's screams, whatever. But yeah, it's got the air vibrating with that energy, that electricity, the sound waves, all of it. Newly written bucket list. So obviously a bucket list is generally thought of as a list of things that you want to do before you die. So maybe in this line he's saying, like, we already achieved everything we wanted on the old bucket list and we're still going, so I guess it's time to make a new bucket list. I don't even bat an eye. I'm keeping it real. So like, I don't flinch. I don't back down. I'm just being me. We are our dreams. Call us Pantheon. So the Pantheon is a term for the gods, like the pantheon of the gods. There's also a temple of the gods in Rome. It was called the Pantheon, where they have like statues of the different gods. In Greece, it was the Parthenon. But anyway. Okay, I don't know that line. Well, okay, I went too far, but everything is the opposite to the previous nightmares. In other words, it's like a dream now. Everything before was all this struggle, now it's all this success. All these ordeals, biscuit. Twist all the fates with it. So, I mean, I guess twist is probably like a wordplay on biscuit, but also the twist of fate. Almost like breaking free of fate in a way. But I don't get the biscuit part. Someone's gonna have to, spell that one out to me like I'm 5. But anyway, all right. Turn crisis into opportunity. Pretty self-explanatory, but again, that's, they talk about like success is part luck, part opportunity, and being prepared to seize that opportunity. So they maybe didn't necessarily have opportunity, but they found a crisis and were able to turn it into that opportunity. Tiger spirit, like that bravery, that courageousness, stand up. There's the hand of God coming down. Now, even though that's like a little pyramid back there, it's supposed to represent a mountain. So now he's climbing the mountain. Yes, sir. Now we're on top of the mountain, baby. We made it. And I didn't catch that with the dudes with the visors were doing the same thing I am. This is going to be such a cool song to see live. Also, that line, this is Cloud 9. So I don't know where this phrase originally came from, but there's a phrase of feeling on Cloud 9. Like you're feeling so happy because you've gotten, exactly what you wanted, or whatever has made you super happy. Or sometimes you might even hear it when it's talked about in terms of success, like you've reached Cloud 9, but generally it's more thought about like as a happiness measure. Like I'm so happy I'm on Cloud 9. So they're saying like they're on Cloud 9 already. Like this is Cloud 9. Like if you ever wondered where it was, this is it. This level of happiness, stardom, fame, pride in yourself, success, whatever you want to call it, we're here. Very nice. Alright guys, that's the reaction for Stray Kids with Mountain. Love that song. I think that song is going to be an amazing song when they do it live, like on tour. I'm fairly certain they're starting a tour soon. They may have already started it in Seoul, I'm not positive. But I know they've got a world tour coming. I think they'll be in America. It's either going to be late this year or early next year. But yeah, looking forward to that. I could even see. So here's the thing about this song in terms of its feeling. I could see this being a song that opens the concert. Kind of like with G Idol with Super Lady, you can definitely hear that as a concert opener. But this song also has vibes that I could see it as like the song that you do right before an intermission or a mint, or even right after it, or closing. Like this song has such good vibes that you could slot it almost anywhere and it would fit perfectly. But my guess is it will be more towards an opener. That's just my thought. If you've been, don't spoil it for me. If you haven't been, comment where you think this song would go in the concert set list. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you. Shout out to the Patreon supporters. They'll be right up here. For those of you who don't know, there is Patreon. Feel free to check that out. There's free stuff and paid sub content. Subs get access to things we can't put here on YouTube, as well as prioritize guaranteed request bumped to the top of the line every month. We also have the request queue. There's a link to that in the description below. Feel free to check it out. If you want to get to the top of the request queue, but you don't want to sub on Patreon, there is a PayPal that you can sponsor a request through as well. So, again, feel free to check any or all of that out. I appreciate you. I'll catch you for video number 3 from Stray Kids in just a little while. Take care, everyone.